Hi, my name is Dallin Rice, and today I will be talking about my research paper for Accounting 3300. The topic that I chose was careers in accounting, and specifically what I chose to write about was factors to consider when choosing accounting. And where I get my inspiration for this, I guess, is from when I was about 2 years into my degree here at SUU, and I still didn't know what I wanted to choose as a career. And so I decided that I would kind of discuss some of the topics of why I chose accounting, as well as for prospective students what type of career that they should choose as well. When someone goes into or looks at accounting, there's several questions that are pretty common. One of them is what types of careers are in accounting, what types of people are drawn to accounting, and what are the costs and benefits of accounting. So with careers in accounting, there's a lot of stuff that you can actually do with an accounting degree. There is cost accounting, there's forensic accounting, there's bookkeeping. Two of the main ones that I wanted to talk about today were tax and audit. I chose tax and audit just because they're some of the more common ones that a lot of people will experience or might deal with in their lives. There was a study that I read that I included, and it was kind of interesting because it compared the thoughts of students and compared them to the comments of professionals that are in the field. And so the common misperceptions were that tax is less ambiguous than audit. Audit is relatively more extroverted compared to tax professionals, and tax is more difficult than audit. What this means is that a lot of students, when they are considering, oh, should I do tax or audit? Tax people are less outgoing, but a lot of those things are misconceptions, and the students need to realize that when they're choosing these careers, that there's a lot of data out there, and that they need to sift through it and find out what's true and what's wrong. In my research paper, I kind of talk about this a little bit more, but it should just be noted that there are some misperceptions within tax and audit that students need to choose from. And then to go along with that of like having information that is super important to know about is the types of personality traits that someone might have when choosing accounting. So obviously accounting isn't for everyone, but some personality traits that might determine whether or not it's a good fit is actually a lot of data shows that the grades that you receive in your first accounting class can be a pretty good indicator whether or not accounting would be good for you. In addition to that, the credit hours received or that are required to earn a degree at a university. And then to go back to the previous slide, perceptions of professionals in their fields, such as tax or audit. Those are some of the bigger traits that can influence whether or not a student might actually like accounting. One thing to do would just be essentially to take a first accounting class and see how you like it. And students that do well in that generally have better perceptions about the industry and are just a better fit for these types of careers. And then the last thing is obviously when someone is making these decisions is that they need to weigh the costs and benefits. So with taxes and with auditing and with pretty much any type of accounting out there, cost accounting or forensic or whatever, accountants generally have a little harder time struggling with a work-life balance. It's difficult to get certified, to get your CPA certification, and for some people, like, salary might not be good enough. But on the flip side, some of the benefits are maybe that salary is good enough. And there's also a lot of job security in accounting, a lot of job satisfaction as well. So as students are looking at potential careers in accounting, these are some of the things that they need to do. The conclusion that I gained from this research paper is that knowledge is key, that students, in order for them to make good decisions about whether they want to be accountants, is the amount of information that they have. And so obviously information needs to be correct, it needs to be accurate, it needs to help them know if they're going to be a good fit for it. And once they weigh all of these things, hopefully they can make a decision that they will not regret for the rest of their lives, because obviously 30 years or 30 years plus of your life for a career that you don't like is probably not the way to go. So that wraps up my presentation. I hope you like it. Thank you.